Hi everyone, and welcome back to Fitter After 50 UK. My name's Craig, and today we're talking about July stats. So it's that time of the month to have a wee look back at July and see exactly what I've been up to fitness wise. Looking back at the numbers, I've actually had a pretty decent month across running, walking, hiking, and cycling. I've covered about 131.71 kilometres. That's quite a lot of movement over the course of the month, especially when you remember that I'm not training full time. This is just me trying to stay active, stay fitter, and hopefully keep improving as I get older. So let's break all the running, cycling, etc. We'll break them down. So starting with running, I ended up with, I've got it all written down here. I ran 67.60 kilometres. That's up from 60 kilometres in June. So I'm happy with that's increased. I ran on 15 different days out of the month, which means I was getting out once every 2 days. I also managed two 10k sessions during July, which I'm happy about. That's something I want to work on because although my main focus at the moment is just running 5Ks, it's good to keep doing that wee extra run to build your endurance for longer distances. We had the park runs, so I did two park runs in July. Unfortunately or fortunately, I had to work the other two. But interestingly enough, with the two park runs in July, both times were 28 minutes 16. So it shows you that's maybe my base now. Obviously, I want to get that time down. I've already ran faster than that, I know that, but it's just also a wee reminder that I'm not chasing a personal best every single week. I'm over 50, only started running 2 years ago, and I'm just absolutely delighted that I break 30 minutes every 5K. So delighted with those two part run times. Another part of running this month is I've been helping a family member with their own Couch to 5K program. And that's something I really like helping with because it takes me back to when I started running. And I'm hoping I can pass on my wee bit of experience to her. I think programs like Couch to 5K are brilliant for getting people started. However, as you've seen in the previous video and the links below, I have started my own app which takes the pressure off people from having to run 5K in 30 minutes. For me, it's much more about getting people moving, building confidence, and enjoying the process. And if I can help somebody else get into running and help their mental state and get fitter, that's brilliant. Now, on to my walking and my hiking in July. In July was a massive increase compared to June. In June, I covered 22.95 kilometres walking and hiking. July, that jumped to 42.41. Big reason for that was the mountains. I managed to climb 4 Munros during July. One of the highlights wasn't actually one of my own achievements. It was I managed to help my son climb his first Munro at Ben Lomond. That video will come in future weeks. And that's something I'll remember for a long, long time. It was great to see him struggling all the way up, but he was like a mountain goat coming back down. He did brilliantly. So it's one thing going out and climbing a mountain yourself, but being there with your son and helping him achieve his first one makes it completely different. This is also why my cycling numbers dropped because the days I was climbing, I wasn't cycling. So on to my cycling. Cycling was I only cycled 19.70 kilometres in July, way down on June when I covered 66.67 kilometres. But the reason for that is the days that I should be cycling, I was away climbing Munros. So although the cycling numbers don't look particularly impressive, I've not been sitting on the sofa. I've just been swapping some cycling days for mountain days during the better weather. Health wise, it's been a bit of a mixed bag month. I've been pretty good in terms of injuries. I make sure I warm up that properly. So I've had no real niggling injuries, which I'm very pleased about. Anyone who's followed the channel before will know I have my fair share of knees, pains, aches and pains and calf issues. So getting through a month running and climbing without any injuries that hold me back is really positive. The only thing I do need to keep my eye on is in the last couple of weeks I've had sore heads. I've been checking my own blood pressure, but it seems to be quite high. So that's something I do need to keep my eye on. And obviously, if it continues, speak to my GP. So when you put it all together, the kilometres running, the hiking, the walking, the cycling, that gives me a total of 131.71 kilometres over July. And I think that's a pretty good month's work. But there's another number I'm probably more interested in than the distance is out of the 31 days in July, I managed to do some form of exercise in 18 days. So that's more than half the month. Considering I do work full time as well, I'm pretty delighted with that. And that's all I'm trying to achieve. It's not about being perfect. It's just about trying to be a bit more consistent. Some days it's running, some days it's walking, some days it's cycling, and some days it's climbing a great big giant mountain. But the important thing for me is I'm trying to still keep active. So let's round this video up. July. Overall, pretty happy with it. I've increased my running distance from June. I've done 2 10Ks. I've done 2 park runs. I'm helping somebody else with their own fitness program. I've climbed 4 Munros, and I've also helped my son climb his first Munro at Ben Lomond. I've been active 18 out of 31 days. Could I have done more? Probably not. Other days I've been working. Could have run faster? Don't care. That's not what it's about. I'm over 50. I didn't grow up as a runner. I started later in life. And what I'm still learning, still trying to get fitter and finding new things to challenge myself with. And that's the message behind this channel. Age isn't an excuse to stop. Age isn't an excuse to give up. Any age can do this. You don't suddenly have to become an athlete. You don't have to run a marathon. You just get out there and just give it a wee try. And you will get there. If I can do it, anybody can. And as I've mentioned, you don't even have to run a 5K. Just get out walking. Just get moving. Start somewhere. And then see where it takes you. So that's July done. 4 Munros, 2 10Ks, 2 park runs, 18 active days, and hopefully plenty more to come. And that is the main reason why I have developed this new 0 to 30 app, is to help you guys. So get it downloaded and see tell me how you feel about it. And let me know in the comments what you've achieved this month. I'd love to know what you'd like me to do next. I'd like to know what you're doing, how you're getting on with your Couch to 5K, and then in future how you're getting on with your 0 to 30. And if you're enjoying the journey, please don't forget to like and subscribe to Fitter After 50 UK. And you take care and look after yourself, guys, and I will see you in the next video, okay? Thank you.